I wasn't planning to pick up the camera and vlog this week, but I have a few fun cozy crafts planned for the next few days, and I thought, why not bring you all along? I have a pottery kit, which I need to test and film for work. I have never tried any type or form of pottery before, and I'm a bit nervous, but also excited, so we're going to be doing that together tomorrow. I also have a crochet cardigan that I have not looked at or worked on in weeks, and I desperately need to get back to. I have a few birthday presents that I really want to get a head start on, and of course, a few books that I want to read. Overall, I think we're in for a cozy couple of days. It's currently Tuesday night, September 16th, and I really wanted to start the vlog off tonight specifically because the Summer I Turned Pretty season/show finale airs tonight, 2 a.m. my time. I know I'm going to cry because anytime one of my favorite shows ends, I'm always a mess, but I think I'm going to cry even more because Conrad has been through so much this season. Belly has too, don't get me wrong, but Conrad, out of everyone, has just really been through it, and he deserves everything good, everything pure. He deserves a really good, happy ending, and I'm really hoping that's what we get. Since I am vlogging, you will definitely be getting some post-finale thoughts. It's currently 10:20 p.m. We still have a few hours to go to 2 in the morning, so to keep myself busy but also to celebrate the ending of the Summer I Turned Pretty, I'm going to go bake some dirt bombs in true Conrad fashion. I just looked up the recipe and I surprisingly have every single ingredient on that list, so we're pretty much ready to go and start baking.
Hello, that's my bag. Hello, that's my bag.
I'm back in my room. I finished watching the episode, and as predicted, I completely bawled my eyes out. By the time this video is out, it will have been a few days to a week after the episode premieres, so if you still have not seen it when you're watching this, definitely skip this next little section because there are going to be spoilers. I think it's going to take a while to completely sink in that the show has actually ended and we're not getting anything else. I think with the books, because that ending felt kind of rushed and all we really got were the letters, I really wanted, to see Belly and Conrad get married and them moving in, all of those things that kind of get skipped over in the books that we just don't really get to know about. So I was a bit disappointed that we didn't get any of that, especially because when I found out the books were going to be adapted years ago, that was like the one thing I was really looking forward to, just more of them towards the end. I think because of that, it did feel a tiny bit unfulfilling, but I don't know. That could just be me. Definitely let me know what y'all's thoughts were. If you loved the ending, because I know for some people it was probably the perfect ending, so let me know what you all thought about it. With that said, I'm going to go to bed and I will check back in tomorrow. Currently Wednesday, almost 7 p.m. I don't know if you can hear me well enough because it's currently raining a lot. The entire day has been super cloudy, rainy, and this is actually one of my favorite types of weather, so I'm not mad about it. But because of that, the pottery kit is going to have to wait until tomorrow since I'm not really able to film with how dark my room currently is. Normally it's a lot brighter in here. The entire day I've just been working from bed. I have been reading some of my current reads, which we'll talk about in a bit. Before we talk about my current reads though, we need to talk about this. I feel a lot better now, as I'm sure a lot of us do. I was very worried that that was where it was going to end and that there was so much content that we didn't get. But I'm so excited to be getting a movie, to be getting more of what we want, which is Belle and Conrad together happy. Now for my current reads, I'm currently about 60 pages into Falling Like Leaves, which is a YA fall themed romance. The story follows Ellis, who is forced to move from New York to Bramble Falls, Connecticut after her parents' separation. The town of Bramble Falls reminds me a lot of Stars Hollow and Gilmore Girls, as well as the town in My Life with the Walter Boys. In fact, the storyline of her having to leave her entire life in New York to move to this little town in Connecticut actually does remind me a lot of the storyline in My Life with the Walter Boys. The second book I'm currently reading is The Surrogate Mother by Frida McFadden. I've been on a bit of a thriller kick lately, specifically with her books. I finished the Housemaid series with the last book, which is The Housemaid is Watching. It was a bit different than the other two books, but it actually still hooked me and kept that air of suspense, which I really loved. And the ending, I think, was such a great culmination to the series. I did just see the trailer for the movie, which is coming out December 19th, I want to say, and it looks really good. I'm excited to go watch it. After that book, I read The Teacher, which is another book by her, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. I didn't love it as much as her other books, but it was still really good. So because I didn't get to do the pottery kit today, I'm actually going to go back in and keep working on this crochet cardigan that I started a long time ago. I honestly have had a bit of a struggle with this cardigan, and I don't think it's the pattern. I actually just think it's me. I'm going to put a photo up on the screen of what the cardigan is supposed to look like when it's done. So the way that it's worked, you start the top of the back panel, which is this, and then you do half of the 2 front panels. So right now I have half of this one, I need to do this other side, and then after that you kind of go all around and finish the rest of the body. However, the pattern says that there's no right or wrong side to the cardigan, and yet when I made the other half of the front panel on this side, I could just see a very big difference between both this one and the one that I had made. I made it several times. I tried different methods to try and make it look the exact same way, and it just was not coming out the way I wanted it to. But at this point, I honestly just want to finish it. I have the yarn. It's just been sitting there. I haven't looked at this project in weeks, and at this point I just don't really care if they don't completely match, because I really do think once I wear it out and I finish it and I block it, I don't think you'll really be able to tell. So that's what I'm gonna get started on. I'm gonna make the other half of the front panel. I'm hoping I can finish that tonight. It's way later in the night and I have just finished crocheting this second front half panel. It looks really big when I hold it up, but I'm going to put it over my sweatshirt so you all can see how it's coming out. This is what it looks like on. I put my arm through the hole here, and I'm really happy because I'm currently wearing a sweatshirt which is kind of bulky, and even then I have room to spare. And I'm happy because when I first started crocheting this cardigan, my gauge was off by like 4 stitches. All the swatches I made were coming out way too big, and I was kind of worried that it wasn't going to fit correctly. But as you can see, it's coming out pretty good so far. Now I'm going to start joining the front panel pieces to the back panel, just connecting them here. As you can see, I didn't cut my yarn on this front panel piece because I'm going to start working my way all around, starting to crochet the rest of the body. I'm already kind of sleepy, so I'm gonna go get in the shower, get in my PJs, and read for a bit before going to sleep. It has once again been a rainy and cloudy day, but I actually cannot put off filming the pottery kit video any longer because it is a partnership. It has been a lot brighter in my room today compared to yesterday, so we're gonna get started on that. The pottery kit I'm gonna be trying out is this one here from Figured Art. I scrolled through Pinterest trying to find a good beginner-friendly project, and I found this really adorable gingham jewelry tray. I love anything gingham, and since this is my very first time trying any type of pottery out, I wanted to choose something simple, easy, and also just something that I actually am going to use, and that seemed like the perfect fit. Before we get into the kit, I do want to clarify that this video is not sponsored by Figured Art, who are the makers of the Pottery kit. I am filming an Instagram reel for them, which will go up on Instagram, and that specifically will be sponsored. But this is just a little behind the scenes of me trying the kit out, trying pottery for the first time. I'm honestly a little bit nervous. I haven't tried a new hobby in a very long time, and anytime I do go into a new hobby, I always have like a little pool of anxiety inside that it's not going to go well. But I'm going to try to clear my mind and just go into it with no amount of expectations. I finished filming an unboxing, which is the first part of the reel that I'm making, and I read the instructions. It came with a specific page for trinket dishes, so that's perfect. I also grabbed some cool water, which the instructions said to grab, and a towel because I know myself and I'm going to want to be wiping my hands. I'm going to put on some music and get started. I'm done with this specific part for now. The instructions say I have to let the clay dry on the bowl for about half a day. It's almost 7 p.m. so I won't be painting until tomorrow, but that was actually very easy. My sister did say she wants to try and make something right now, so I'm gonna go downstairs with her and maybe make 1 or 2 more of these. A little bit of progress on the crochet cardigan. I went around 2 times, I think it was, to join the front panel to the back panel. Now they are connected here at the bottom. The rows are now taking me a lot longer to get through because I'm having to go around the entire cardigan, but I'm still hoping I can get this one done before the month of September ends. By the way, I realized I never showed you all the exact yarn I'm using. I'm using this one from Drops. It's in color number 18, and this is the exact yarn that the pattern maker made her own cardigan with. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I really want to get a head start on birthday presents for next month, and I'm thinking I'm going to make another one of these granny square tote bags for one of my friends. This is one I made for myself about 2 to 3 months ago. In total, I think I made 3. I made this one, a red and blue one, and then I made a little one for my niece. I just made sure to make it a lot smaller since she's tiny. The pattern is from Feeling Funky Co. on Etsy, which I will also link down below along with the cardigan. I have a huge bag of 100% cotton yarn here. I like 100% cotton yarn for these specific type of bags because they just hold up a lot better. The first one that I made was red and blue, and it was with acrylic yarn, and it stretched so much I had to redo the entire strap. So we're going to be using cotton yarn. While I crochet, I'm going to be listening to a brand new album which literally just came out right now, The Dream by The Favors. I'll put the album cover up here. I absolutely love Phineas and Ash as solo musicians, and when I heard that they were forming a band, it was like my wildest dreams come true. 3 songs from the album have already been out: Times Square Jesus, The Hudson, and The Little Mess You Made, all of which I absolutely adored. So I already know I'm going to love this album. I don't usually pre-order vinyls unless I 100% know I'm going to love the album, and I have pre-ordered this one. It's actually coming in tomorrow. So it's safe to say I have very high hopes. I'm gonna start listening to it while I start the bag. Happy Friday. It's finally time to get back to our pottery. Last night I could not sleep and I noticed it was dry, so I went in with 2 layers of this base coat just to give it a solid base of white and make sure it's ready to be painted on, which it is, so it's time to do that. That officially concludes this vlog. Thank you guys so much for spending part of the week with me. Most weekends I do spend my time crafting and getting caught up on all my projects, but this week in particular was a bit of the opposite because I'm babysitting this weekend and I had to get all my things done during the week, and I did, so I'm really happy about that. I hope that as you're watching this, you're having a great weekend, and I will see you all next time.